This telecast is copyrighted by Hometown 24 for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or retransmission of this game without the express written consent of Hometown 24 is prohibited.
Brought to you by Double Quick, Keisha Caldwell Bankruptcy Express, Hometown Pharmacy and Hazard, Mountain Health Alliance, TPBT Bancorp, Primary Care Centers, Kentucky Farm Bureau Whitesburg, and Heidi Hoffensberger Law.
Welcome to the Bank of Hyman football game of the week. Friday Night Lights as the Hazard Bulldogs host the Pikeville Panthers. Pikeville 5-3, 1-0 in the district. Hazard 4-4, 1-0 in the district. And for all intents and purposes, this is for the district championship. I'm Manus Blair, and I'm joined by Brian Johnson tonight. And Brian, this is what you play for.
That's absolutely right, Manus. We're here at Daniel Field. We've got a full house, looks like. Teams have been on the field warming up for this big district championship game, and it looks to be a good one. Got a great night for football, a little crisp football weather in the air.
Definitely crisp. But, you know, when you look at these two teams, not look down at their opponent's win-loss record. And, you know, when you look at Hazard, their opponents, and both of these teams have played really good competition and have played up. When you look at Hazard, their opponent record is 40-25, and when you look at Pikeville's, it's 41-24. Yeah. So they've played 4A teams, 5A teams. They've played the best teams in all A. They've played a wide range of teams, throwing teams, running teams. So I think coming in, that makes them well prepared for tonight's game.
Well, you know, when you are trying to play for district championships, regional championships, state tournament championships, that's what you do. You play up, you play the better competition, and neither one of these teams really shy away from any kind of competition. And this looks to be a great ball game tonight on hand. Really excited about it to see how it plays out.
And, you know, when we look at the Pikeville Panthers, who are some of those people, Brian, that the viewers out there in our coverage area need to be looking out for tonight?
Well, we'll start out with our quarterback, number 10, J.J. Reynolds. He's a junior. He's thrown for over 1,200 yards. He's averaging about 150 yards a game. He's the second leading rusher as well. He's averaging about 12.5 yards a game. On the rushing side of the ball, you know, they've got Jaden Justice, J.J. Reynolds. That's their quarterback again. He rushes a lot. On the receivers, you need to look out for number 0, Mikey Hager, number 3, Harrison Fields, Cole Sloan. You know, all those guys have 200, 300, 400, 500 yards receiving this year. And the Hager, he's got 7 touchdowns. Fields has got 5 touchdowns. So Pikeville, they do a little bit of everything. You know, they throw the ball, they run the ball. As we talking about that, their running back Jaden Justice, he's had 6 touchdowns this year and 528 yards rushing. So they've got a good balanced attack, and we look for the same thing here tonight. You know, they're going to run the ball, they're going to pass the ball. There'll be a well-coached team. They always have been. So I'm looking for a great ball game here tonight.
And, when you look at Pikeville as well, and I even talked to some people today and watched a pretty good amount of film on them as we're looking right now at the kicker, and that's Steven Gonzalez-Santos is 30 for 30 on the PATs.
100%, and 3 for 4 on the field goal.
And, he and Max Kilburn, who kicks for Hazard, it may come down to a kick between those two. Now, for the Bulldogs, let's look at some of the Bulldogs and who should stick out. Anybody that's not watched the Hazard Bulldogs this year.
Well, we'll start back again with your offensive players. They got the quarterback, number 18, William Shoptaw. He's thrown for 1,895 yards, about 237 a game. Rushing the ball, you got Cameron Miller, Preston Hall. And on the receiving side, Gavin Johnson is probably Shoptaw's favorite target. Connor Holbrook, Javian Fullwood, Corbin Fletcher. You got to watch for all those guys on the offense. And Hazard likes to throw the ball. We've had them a couple times this year. They're going to throw it more than they're going to run it. And they're going to spread the field. And that's going to be a good matchup between them and Pikeville.
And, when you're looking at the Hazard defense and the Pikeville defense, you've got some really good, and most of these players we're talking about, and as the broadcast goes through, a lot of these kids are lower classmen. They're juniors, sophomores, and freshmen that play for both of these teams. And, in leadership roles, you have those underclassmen. So these teams are going to be good for today and in the future as well. But, when you're talking about the Pikeville Panthers and their defense, and they're led by, I think you may have mentioned Jeremiah Anderson, but he's their number one person, linebacker, and he's the fullback on the other side, or the H-back situation for Pikeville. Jaden Justice. And, these kids are playing both ways. Both of these teams have being a single A team for both, you got to play both offense and you got to play both defense. And, it'd be remiss not to talk about Hazard's linebacker and
Race
Linden. You have Race Linden, who is in the top 10 in tackles in the state of Kentucky and all of the things. So you've got Race Linden, you got Jackson Deaton. You've got a wide range of linebackers who have to tackle tonight. And like you said with Hazard, they will pass to set up the run, and Pikeville will do the same thing basically. They like to pass. And you mentioned Hager. He's got good size for a wideout. You can't talk about Hazard without talking about Gavin Johnson.
Yes.
And then, of course, Connor Holbrook is back from injury, and he was instrumental as on the defensive side, and he can make the catch well and go to the house. And right now we're going to have the tip. I'm already ready for basketball.
You're ready for basketball so
no,
early.
I'm not. I'm not ready for basketball.
It's getting cold.
But it looks like official Napier is Hazard has won the toss. And let's see if they elect to receive or if they're going to defer. And Hazard's going to take the football. So it's going to be Hazard football. Pikeville's going to be on defense. Hazard will be going from left to right. And, of course, Pikeville will go right to left. Thank you for tuning in on Hometown 24, 40 years of coverage. And I think we're going to have a dandy tonight. And tonight as well, the 2011 Hazard champion, single A All-A champion, between first and second quarters will be announced. And look forward to recognizing the 2011 State A champions. But as we go through and look to our keys of the game, Brian, let's go to Pikeville. What's going to be the keys of the game, the Tim Short Auto Group keys of the game for Pikeville?
Well, Pikeville's going to have to control Hazard's passing game. Like we said, Hazard's going to pass to set up the run. Their defensive backs are going to make sure that they're on Johnson and Holbrook and try to control how many big plays Hazard can get. they're going to have to put some pressure on Choctaw, make him uncomfortable. We've seen him play. He's a very, very heady player, very smart football player. He throws the ball extremely well, and he doesn't make very many mistakes. So they need to put the pressure on him, I think, and get him off of his game a little bit to be successful.
And on the other hand, the Hazard Bulldogs, what's the keys for them to bring home the district championship tonight?
Well, I think, and you're talking about them, they're going to have to stop Pikeville's. These two teams mirror each other so much. They're going to have to stop Pikeville's balanced attack, so to say. Going to have to stop the run, make sure they can control the line of scrimmage, put some pressure on Pikeville's quarterback and make him uncomfortable. I think it's going to come down to who can control the line, control the clock, time of possession and turnovers. And like you say, it probably could come down to special teams between Kilburn and Pikeville's kicker, Gonzalez Santes.
And a lot of big other games going on tonight that we'll talk about as well. And if we've got any scores, we'll pass those along as other district championships are going to be determined and first round seeds. And we're ready to go. Gonzalez Santes is going to be the kicker for Pikeville. And he's going to set the ball down. And Brian, we're about ready to go.
Ready to kick it off here in the holler.
And you've got Gavin Johnson back for Hazard, along with, I think it might be
Hall, maybe. I can't.
I think it might be Fletcher. And
Yeah,
there's
Fletcher.
the kick, and it's going to be fielded. Nope, it's going to go in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And once again, you see the leg that Santes has for the Pikeville Panthers, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bulldogs. And they're going to ask the ball to be placed, and it'll be placed right in the middle of the field on the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Pikeville in a 3-4 set. Looks like 3-down linemen. Hazard in motion, and it's going to be a straight handoff to Miller, and Miller's going to pick up about 3 yards. Cameron Miller is a freshman for the Bulldogs.
Good job by Pikeville's defense for the linebacker there, filling the gap there, getting the stop.
And it's going to make it 2nd down and about 8. Got Fullwood up in the fullback spot, motion out, and they're going to hand it off to Fullwood, and it's going to be nothing there.
Nothing there.
So they had to make it 3rd down as Anderson and a whole group of Panthers there.
Yeah, Pikeville's defensive line just blew up Hazard there. He was in the backfield pretty quickly.
As we've done several times, we thought Hazard would come out passing the ball, and they
two straight runs.
So now it's going to be an empty backfield for Hazard and Choctaw. Got Begley will center it back, asking for motion for Johnson outside, 3 on the wing, on the wide side. Choctaw looks, doesn't have anything. He's going to roll to his left, and there's going to be the throw to Hall, and they're going to say it's a completion, 1st down Bulldogs.
And that's what we were talking about. Pikeville needs to get the pressure on Choctaw. They did that time, made him roll out, but receiver coming back to him over there on the sideline made a good throw and catch.
1st down and 10, and it'll be placed at the 35-yard line, and that was a gain of 13 on the pass. Once again, moving up to the line quickly and empty backfield. Choctaw takes, he looks, he's going to throw it there, and it's going to be caught in tight coverage by
Pikeville there. Looked like on the tackle there, number 3, Harrison Fields, and number 28, Gavin Coleman.
Fletcher with a catch, and it's going to be a pickup of about 5. The nose, well, let's say 4.5, 5. Let's give him 5. So it'll be 2nd down and 5 now for the Bulldogs. You've got a Hall that's coming over to the same side, the short side, along with Fletcher. You have Johnson to the wide side, and there's going to be a handoff to Miller, and he's stopped right in the middle. for no gain.
Met right in the hole that time by Adam Coleman, number 15 for the Panthers, on up from his linebacker position.
Right now, Bulldogs not finding any room on the rushing side. 3rd down and 5 on the 40 now. He picked up a half a yard, looks like.
And this game's probably going to come down to who can control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball.
Oh, yeah, definitely so. And so far, and on the rushing side, we've already mentioned, it's been Pikeville who has stopped any kind of run, and it's going to be a handoff. No, it's a fake, and it's going to go to Fletcher, and he misses it. He had nothing but pay dirt straight through his hands that time, so that will make it 4th down.
It's a good-looking route. Pretty good coverage there by Pikeville, but Fletcher just got right behind the defender and just couldn't haul it in, or otherwise that would have been 6.
Right in that seam between the safety and the corner, and Fletcher, I know he's kicking himself over that. So now Fullwood would go back to punt the football for Hazard. Pikeville's in a safety area here, and Fullwood's going to kick it. And it's going to come up short, and it's going to roll, and it will stop on the 34-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Panthers, pretty good field position.
So now let's see how Hazard's defense is going to try to adjust and hold on to Pikeville. We'll see what they're going to try to do here.
And at quarterback, of course, will be Reynolds. And Reynolds is a junior for Pikeville. Jaden Justice, normally the running back, number 22. And Coach McNamee, I think they've got a little problem with maybe with the chain. Nope. They've got everything situated, and we're ready to go. 1st and 10 from the 34. Ratliff will be centering it back to Reynolds. 3 to the short side. Reynolds will throw it out to Hager, and he's going to be stopped where he caught it. And let's see where they'll post. They'll put the spot.
Pretty good coverage there. That's Max Kilburn over there on the coverage, I believe. Look what they give him, a yard.
Yep, looks like to me I thought he might have got a little bit more than that, but they're going to give him a yard, and it'll be 2nd down and 9 as Reynolds just stood up and got it to his number 1 receiver, Hager. Sloan's going to come here to the wide side for the Panthers. Justice to the right of Reynolds. Got motion by Fields, and he's going to hand it off to Justice. He's going to squirm, move, gets off the tackle, and he's going to be hit right there, and it's going to be maybe a loss. Nope, it's going to be maybe he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. That's good defensive pressure up there by Hazard. There were a host of them in there on that tackle. I think the first one to get there might have been Tanner Goins, or Ethan Couch.
It's going to be 3rd and 9 for the Panthers, and see if the Bulldogs can get off the field 3 and out. And Pikeville, let's see what Coach McNamee dials up. You've got Sloan. It's coming to this side, off to the wide side, and in motion goes Fields. And Reynolds is going to roll to his right. He's going to pull it down. He's going to be hit, and that's going to be for a loss and a sack, and that will be 4th down for the Panthers.
And that is Mr. Race Linden there, Hazard's leading tackler. Spine on the quarterback on the little rollout, come up and met him at the hole.
So they're going to send their punter back on 4th and 11. Thank you once again for joining us here on Hometown 24. And looks like to me they're going to go. Nope, they're going to, and that's going to go back, and that's going to be Burchett. It's going to be punting the ball, and he's going to punt it. Pretty good punt, and it's going to be rolling as Johnson elects not to catch it. And it's going to get a nice roll for Pikeville. And it's going to come dead at the 21-yard line, 1st and 10, Hazard Bulldogs. So Pikeville held to 3 and out, and now Hazard got 1 first down, and they'll start 1st and 10. And it'll be on the 22. I said the 21. It'll be the 22 as Shoptaw will come out.
And I think Hazard moved the ball a little better trying to pass it than they did running it, so it looks like they're going to start out with the empty backfield this time.
Yep. And you've got Shoptaw's going to roll to his left, and he's going to hit Hall, but it hits his hands, and he's going to drop the football, and it'll be 2nd and 10 Bulldogs. Right now, 2 drops for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and Hall got over there, settled down in between the 2 defenders and was open there. Just couldn't bring the ball in.
Somebody else is wearing number 11, we've been told. I thought Preston Hall hadn't come back. And that's going to be a run by Miller. We'll check and see who number 11 is for Hazard.
Yeah, that tackle there by Jeremiah Anderson, number 44 for Pikeville, their leading tackler, I believe.
And that's going to be 3rd and 9 now for the Hazard Bulldogs. Once again, Hazard unable to come up with anything on the rushing side.
Yeah, I think Pikeville's defensive line is controlling the line of scrimmage.
They're down 3 linemen, and, of course, their linebackers of Anderson. And here comes the blitz up the middle. They're going to get it out to Johnson. And he's going to be able to run for a first down. I thought they had him corralled, but he gets out there and makes it out to about the 41-yard line for Hazard. First down, Bulldogs.
He's run out of bounds over there by number 5, Cole Sloan.
Connor Holbrook is wearing number 11. I was wondering where Connor was. He used to wear number 6, and that's going to be a run up the middle that time by Miller on the quick snap, and he's going to pick up about 7. First time they've got any kind of yardage on the rushing side. So I gave him 7, give him 8 on the mark, so it will be 2nd down and 2 Bulldogs.
Well, you think, too, and you have those passes that it's going to open up the running lanes for you.
Choptaw to take that and give it to Miller right back up the middle, and he's going to go across the 50, and that's going to be a first down Bulldogs. Both of these teams can vary their tempo, and Hazard wants to get a first down or 2. They'll elect to try to do that usually.
Try to keep Pikeville from substituting in anybody on the defensive end if they can hurry and get it up there. And they like to play that up tempo.
So the ball will be placed on the 49-yard line. Trips to this side. Single receiver up top. And it's going to be, once again, it's going to be handed off to Miller. And he's going to squirm for about 3 yards. So that'll be about 2nd down and 7 for the Bulldogs. Pikeville right now is trying to cover over the top with Johnson, and, rightfully so. Most people do. They play up on him and bring the safety over the top on the other side. Fullwood is shifting along with Holbrook with Johnson up top bunch just outside, and it's going to be a fake, and Shoptaw is going to throw it, and it's going to be ruled incomplete. And not sure what just transpired down there. The player hit the field, nothing called. And it'll be 3rd down and about 6 once again.
That's good tight coverage there that time by Harrison Fields for Pikeville on the call. We couldn't tell. Looked close of him, almost pulling the catch in.
I couldn't tell. He was on he turned back the other side. So it'll be 3rd down and 6. Got Fletcher and Holbrook to this side, and it's on from the eye, and Miller is going to proceed to get about 4 yards, and there comes a flag. First flag of the night. Usually that comes like that. That's going to be a face mask usually. Let's see what the call is. Just a personal foul.
Yeah, I think it looked like to me, and I thought that's what they were going to call, was when they were on the pile, it looked like he just jumped in on top.
Yeah. And that's going to make it 1st down and 10, and it's going to be placed on the 26-yard line. Choctaw hands off to Miller. Miller is going to get about a couple before he is stopped.
Not much there on the left side there. Pikeville's defensive line, defensive end in there in the backfield pretty quickly. But if you're Hazard, you can't. You got to stay with the run. If you get one or two, you could break a big one.
Well, he's kind of softened up between the tackles, and then that allows you to run something later on off tackle. And Hazard going from the I fullwood on the fullback side, the Holbrook in motion. Choctaw's going to throw it, and it's going to be there, and it's going to be dropped. Trying to hit Holbrook over there after he went in motion, and
pretty good coverage over there. There were 2 or 3 Pikeville defenders over there with him.
And Choctaw pretty accurate with the throw. And now it's going to make it 3rd down and 9 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he was right on target with it. Wasn't nobody going to catch it except Holbrook.
Holbrook and Fletcher once again to this side. Gavin Johnson to the top. And he's going to throw it to Fletcher. He has nowhere to go. Pikeville with the stop.
Good defense there
by
the Panthers. Number 3 there, time on the immediate hit. Harrison Fields right up there on the hit as soon as he caught the ball.
And, of course, by this time now, each team has looked at each other and know their schemes and where they're going. So now it's going to be Kilburn is going to come out, and I think we're going to have a field goal attempt.
This is going to be
it's going to be
41-yarder.
Yep, Choctaw is going to be the holder, so Panthers got to be careful about a potential fake. So here we go. And somebody moved on the offensive line, and that's going to take them 5 yards back. So the call was on Napier for movement, and that's going to send the Bulldogs back 5 more yards. And let's see if Coach Chandler decides to continue to kick the football. And but it looks like to me they're going to. And mismarking of the football.
There.
So they've changed the mark.
So this will be a 46-yard attempt.
46-yard attempt by Kilburn, 2 of 7 on the season, I believe, if I look down there correctly.
Yep, that's right.
And here's going to be the kick, and it's up, and I believe it's going to be short. So Pikeville holds, and it'll be 1st down and 10. Pikeville needed a little bit more on that, and that 5-yard penalty played a part in how you kick that thing. It's a long field goal in itself, and that just added to the length.
Yeah, when you get backed up that far, the ball's got to come out a little bit lower. You don't get as much lift on it to try to get the distance, and that 5 yards definitely hurt him there on that one.
And the ball's going to be marked on the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 Panthers. Both teams unable to in their initial drives to score, and then Hazard on their second drive comes up short on the field goal attempt. Reynolds takes it, gives it off to Justice. He's got a big hole. He's got 10. He's got 12 yards. Justice with a 12-yard gain, but there is a flag on the field.
It's a nice tackle by Gavin Johnson out in the open field. You see Justice running up at you like that. That's a big back.
Yep. And there is going to be a holding. Maybe that's why there was such a big gap.
Usually when you have a big hole like that could be the possibility.
So a big holding penalty against Hazard. For Hazard. 10-yard line, they have marked it. 10-yard mark off. So it'll be 1st and 20 now for the Panthers. Reynolds split on both sides. Press coverage by the Hazard Bulldogs. And it's going to be a delay of game, and that's going to be 5 more yards against Pikeville. Not exactly what Coach McNamee wanted to get on this second drive for the Panthers.
No, and he's not happy with his offensive.
And that's 30 yards of penalties already for the Panthers after we didn't have any early in the first 2 drives. So it's going to be marked at the 5-yard line, and it's going to be 1st down and 25 now. And it's going to be a handoff to Anderson, and he's rumbling, and he's going to get to the 11-yard line for a gain of 6.
Yeah, and Johnson again on the stop there for Hazard.
Anderson is a big load.
Big back. and he
back.
Runs, and he's low to the ground, so he's hard to tackle.
And I mean that in a positive way.
Hazard's done a good job holding Pikeville. I mean, Pikeville's offense has really not got anything going as of yet.
Yeah, you know, those penalties doesn't help the fact of trying to get some kind of rhythm. And Anderson's going to go out, and Burchett comes in a little bit late, checks with Reynolds. Got 2 receivers each side. Reynolds steps back. He's going to throw the out, and it's going to be knocked away by Holbrook.
Great defensive coverage there by Holbrook.
And, you know, a lot of times when you stomp that foot in on a 1, 2, 3 and let it go, you got to be careful with the safety coming up and running on that football.
Yeah, and I think he threw that into coverage. I think his outside receiver, and I wasn't sure who it was, streaking down the far sideline, might have been open if he would have chose to throw it to him.
So it's now 3rd down for the Panthers. Big play for Hazard trying to get off the field once again with another 3 and out. The Panthers trying to get some momentum on the offensive side. They got trips to the right side. Throw's going to come out there to Hager, and he's not going to have any room whatsoever. May have picked up 1.
Yeah. That's good defensive coverage there by the Bulldogs. You got Jackson Deaton over there, and you also had Max Kilburn on the coverage.
And, you know, the penalties just put the Panthers in a bad spot right off the bat.
Yeah, and we talk about this every game that we do. You know, you don't want to get behind on the sticks, and that's what happened with the penalties that time for Pikeville.
And it's marked on the 13-yard line. Burchett will kick it, and going back will be Johnson and Holbrook, and it's going to come up short. Hits on the 45, bounces backwards, and it will be put down at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10, Hazard with really good field position.
And I think if you're Hazard and Coach Chandler, I know they don't have any points on the board at this point, but I think you're happy with what's been going on. Your defense has been stopping Pike when your offense is actually moving the ball.
Yeah, and, you know, a lot of the criticism comes to Hazard is on the defensive side. So, like you're saying, so far so good for the Bulldogs. Shoptaw under center. Might have been a little motion out here on the wide receiver. It's going to be thrown to Fullwood, and he's going to step out of bounds with a gain of about 5 as he was coming across the formation with a catch.
Stop the clock, 35 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Give him a gain of 6 instead of 5. .350 to go in the first quarter. You have Fletcher and Holbrook to this side, Fullwood up in the fullback spot. And it's going to be a handoff, a little bit of bobble in that, and it's going to be a close to the 1st down for Miller, and I believe they are going to give him a 1st down. So 1st down and 10, Hazard Bulldogs.
Caden Thacker there on the stop for Pikeville, along with Jeremiah Anderson. I believe we'll be calling his name a lot tonight. You know, he leads Pikeville in tackles with about 90. He's got 90 tackles this year, I think, is what I saw.
Yep. He's an outstanding tackle.
Great athlete.
And I don't think Hazard's going to run another play. And after one quarter, it's going to be 0 Hazard, 0 Pikeville. Stay with us on Hometown 24. We'll be right back.
This is News 12.
Since 1985, Hometown 24 has been serving this community with local programming produced by local people.
Hornets going to air it out. He's got a man out here. Linden caught it to 45.
Using the latest video technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your Hometown News tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
Welcome back to the campus of Hazard High School. Daniel Field, Bank of Hyman, game of the week, 0-0 after 1. Hazard driving the ball at the 35-yard line of Pikeville. And we're set to go, 1st and 10. And we got movement as I think they were going to little movement trying to pull a little bit, and they left a little bit early, come out of their crouch, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty against Hazard.
Yeah, I believe they were going to pull the guard. He just rocked back just as right before the ball was snapped.
So it'll be 1st down and 15.
Pikeville showing pressure.
And it's going to be handed off to Miller, and he has nothing there. Nothing.
It's a good defensive stand there. Gavin
that
Coleman.
Was Coleman, yep. Coleman came up from his linebacker spot, and it's going to be marked for a loss of 1. So now it's going to be 2nd down and 16, and the old flag bugaboo bites Hazard and puts them behind the sticks, Brian.
Yeah, and we've talked about that. I mean, that's going to cut down on our penalties and
ad nauseum as Shoptile will roll to his left, and he checks down to Holbrook, and he might pick up about 4.
Yeah, they just know where to go with the ball downfield. Pikeville with excellent coverage downfield, and we've talked about that before. You know, when you get behind the sticks, you have to do things out of character. Gives the defense time to tee off on you a little bit more.
3rd down and 12, empty backfield for Shoptile. He takes it, rolls to his right. He's going to throw back across, and it's going to be to Fullwood. Fullwood adjusts, and it's going to be caught down on the 16-yard line. Fullwood was thinking it was going to be to the inside, and then Shoptile threw it to the outside, I guess, looking at the defense.
Don't know if we ran the wrong route, but he made a good adjustment, lost the defender justice there just to get a few feet away from him, and he dropped it right in.
So 1st down Bulldogs, and the ball will be placed on the 15-yard line. Coach Chandler mixing up the run and the pass as much as he can. Shoptile is going to step back, and he's going to throw an out, and it's to Johnson, and Johnson's not going to pick up a few.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a late hit, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're going to call
you could see it better than I could.
Yeah, I mean, he had a hold of him as they were going out of bounds. I think he just didn't let go. That's what they're going to call, I think, here.
And it's going to be after the play, and it's going to be a personal foul against Pikeville. And that's a big call against Pikeville.
And that puts Hazard down inside the 10.
Yep, it's going to be half the distance to the goal, and that's going to put it right at the 8-yard line. Gavin Johnson in the backfield in the full house.
And it's bringing pressure.
And nothing there.
Nowhere to go. Met right in the hole by the defensive lineman. Caden Thacker, as well as another host of Pikeville Panthers.
And you had Landon in there in the full house, but Fletcher comes in for Hazard. Now it'll be Shoptaw with a single back, and that'll be Miller. Fletcher to the wide side. Holbrook and Johnson to this side, and it's going to be a handoff to Miller, and he's going to turn, and he's going to get to the 4-yard line.
Yeah, Jeremiah Anderson met him right in the hole.
And it's going to be 3rd and goal, Hazard.
Big defensive play here for Pikeville.
So you've got 2 plays for the Bulldogs to try to put something on the board.
I expect Pikeville to be up, putting the pressure up on them.
Looks like single coverage out there on Fletcher. Miller to the left of Shoptaw. Takes it from Begley, gives it off to Miller. Miller steps through the hole, and there's a push, but he's going to get to about the 3-yard line.
He may have got a yard there. Again, he's met up there again by 64, Caden Thacker.
And
Pikeville's defensive line is just they're big, they're strong, and they're pretty athletic.
Yeah, and their gap integrity's been good, and the linebackers have met the holes. And that's going to be the Landon throws it back. Trick play, and Hazard, he dives. Is he in? And it's going to be a touchdown. So Shoptaw goes in with a touchdown. As he dove on the trick play, Linden threw it out to Shoptaw. He had nothing on the throw, elected to run with it, and he scores the touchdown, 3-yard run.
Yeah, a little trickeration. He was walking off like he was trying to get a play from Coach Chandler, and they direct snapped it to Linden, who throws it out to him in the flat, and he runs it in.
So with 8:40 to go, here goes the extra point.
Blocked.
And it is blocked, and it will remain 6-0 Hazard. And we'll be right back on Hometown 24. Stay with us.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Welcome back to Hazard High School. Daniel Field as Hazard scores with a 3-yard run because it was behind the line of scrimmage, and that will count as a run for Shoptaw. The extra point failed, 6-0 Hazard.
Yeah, Pikeville's number 28, Gavin Coleman, blocked the extra point. And like you said, on that pass was behind the line. Shoptaw was originally looking to throw it into the end zone and didn't see nothing and just tucked it and ran.
So Pikeville's got to get something going on the offensive side. Kilburn will kick off, and he's going to kick off from the near side here.
I think that's number 4, Jackson Castle, back deep for the Panthers.
Yes, it is. So Kilburn, we're ready to kick off. Pikeville's alignment changes a little bit right before, and there's the kickoff, and it's going to roll, and it's going to be picked up that time. And it's going to be nothing there, but he's going to go back and forth till he gets there, and that was number 5 for Pikeville, and that was Cole Sloan.
Good coverage there by Hazard, and they elected to keep it away from Castle back deep.
And, you know, sometimes when that ball's rolling, you get out of your lanes on the special teams and it opens it up. And Sloan was trying to find an avenue and was unable to find one. 1st and 10 on the 29-yard line for Pikeville. Jeremiah Anderson to the right to the left, and that's going to be Justice, and he's going to try to find some room and gets about 2 yards on the carry.
Yeah, Johnson up there on the tackle coming in from his linebacker or defensive back position.
So that'll make it 2nd down and 8.
And Hazard's defense has stood tall so far, Manus.
Parton has done a good job, number 72 there, standing right there, and Gannon Mullins, number 52. Reynolds takes it, hands it once again off to Justice, and once again he's not finding any room. And it's going to be 2nd down, and they're not going to give him anything on that, and it's going to be 3rd down and 10 now on the 2nd down run.
Yeah, look for Pikeville maybe to use a little play action. They've tried to run in between the tackles. You've got Hazard sneaking up, got the linebackers sneaking up now. Maybe look for a little play action. They get something over the middle right behind the linebackers.
And, they got to find Hager, and they got to find Sloan and somebody in open space. And Reynolds steps back. He's going to roll. He's got some space out there, but he's not going to be able to get to it. And he's going to be stopped short, and he's going to be at the 34-yard line, and that'll bring up 4th down for Pikeville.
Yeah, good coverage there again by the Bulldogs. The play broke down, and then they come up and got the quarterback. He's a dangerous runner as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Very good athlete. So it's going to be 4th down, and Burchett's going to go back to kick for Pikeville. Once again, Johnson and Holbrook will go back for Hazard. And Burchett's going to kick it, and it's a pretty good, nice kick at and Johnson bobbled it and was able to get on it right at the 34-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
Lucky it bounced right back to him after it bounced out of his hands.
Saw a lot of that last weekend at UK's game with Ty Bryant making 2 bobbles, and that's a tough ball, especially if it's a knuckling or it's a tumbler.
Yeah, and it's very easily to lose it in the lights.
So it's on the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. And I think Hazard is 1 player short. And Coach Chandler is going to have to call a timeout as a result of it. So we'll take a timeout too here on Hometown 24.
It's fall, y'all, and are you ready to fall into some incredible savings with the region's best network, Appalachian Wireless? Come shop the latest devices at prices you'll love and see how our team can better serve you with plans and promotions that are made just for you. Whether you're upgrading, switching, or just looking for the best service, Appalachian Wireless has you covered. So what are you waiting for? Visit us on the web or stop by one of our many retail locations and take advantage of these amazing fall deals. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Welcome back to the Bank of Hyman football game of the week. Coach Chandler had to call a timeout because he's 1 player short, and I'm sure that he was not happy about that.
No, he was letting them have a little mouthful there about getting their positions ready.
So here we go, 1st and 10, and it's going to be a Wildcat, and it's going to be and the ball is fumbled, and then Pikeville will recover it, Brian.
Recovered by Cole Sloan right
Cole
there.
Sloan, and that's going to be a big turnover as Pikeville will get good field position, great field position. I think they're going to mark it at the 46-yard line, 1st and 10 Panthers.
It just squirted out of his hands, Holbrook there on the Wildcat. I mean, he had already gained 5 or 6 yards, and it just squirted right out, right into the hands of Sloan from Pikeville.
And, this is one of the few, and it's getting a little bit cooler and a little bit harder to handle the football in this type of weather. This is more football weather than we've been having really warm weather. So we'll see what the Pikeville Panthers can do now. 1st and 10 on the 46-yard line. Reynolds to the left of him will be Justice in motion. And there's going to be a flag.
And what does our good friend Mr. Jim McCauley always say on a turnover? What are they going to do? They're going to go for it.
Go and do something.
Go for a big play. Then they get a false start.
Unofficially, that's 50 yards of penalties on Pikeville. And I'm sure Coach McNamee, when you have those kind of penalties, any coach has those kind of penalties, they do not care much about it. And especially if you're coming off that turnover and you had something dialed up that you were going deep with it.
Yeah, had great field position. I'm sure Coach McNamee will take care of that at halftime.
Ooh. And here we go. And it's going to be a run for Reynolds as he goes out. He's trying to pick up a block or two, and he's going to pick up about 3 or 4.
Yeah, nice job by Hazard's defense to stretch the play.
So it's going to be
John Sexton on the tackle, number 54.
Yeah, they're going to give him about 3 yards. So it's going to be 2nd down and 12. Just a follow the leader play, trying to get out in front for Reynolds. And like you said, Reynolds is a very good athlete for the Panthers.
Yeah, very good runner.
2nd down and 12. 2 receivers to each side. Sprint out. He's going to throw it, and that's going to be called over there. And that's going to be on the 36-yard line.
That's going to be Sloan on the catch, I believe.
And that's going to give him a manageable, and it'll be 3rd down.
And like we said, Hazard's done an excellent job on Pikeville in the first quarter and a half. Pikeville's not had very much offensive success.
Not much to cheer on the offensive side. So now it's going to be 3rd down here.
Big play defensively for the Bulldogs right here.
Anderson lining up over in the H spot. Justice to the left, and they're going to give it to Justice. He's got a little bit of room, gets off his block, and he's going to get a 1st down.
Yeah.
And there comes a flag in, and I got a feeling that's going to be a face mask.
Yeah, I couldn't tell what it was. Looked like there was Jackson Deaton on the tackle there, but I couldn't tell what was going on with the penalty flag.
Yep, I think on the way down he grabbed his face mask, and we'll see. Yep. And so that's going to be a big tack on for the Pikeville Panthers.
And what have we talked about, Manus? We've talked about penalties.
Yep.
I think Hazard, a while ago on the time they scored there, they had a penalty that helped push them down the field, and now we've got Pikeville the same way. So both teams are kind of hurting themselves with their penalties.
And it'll be 1st down and 10 on the 15-yard line. Anderson to the right. And it's going to be a handoff, and there is going to be a big pickup of about 5 or 6. So the big hogs up front for Pikeville now starting to open up some holes.
Starting to work. Jackson Deaton there on the tackle. And if you're Hazard, that's not what you want to see. You don't want to see those big backs from Pikeville getting
through the gap.
And getting ahead of steam on you.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 5 for the Panthers. Once again, 2 backs, 1 to each side of Reynolds. And it's going to be the handoff, and it's going to be caught from behind, and it's going to be a loss that time. And that runner was, I think that was zero. That was Hager who came from his wide receiver spot into the backfield.
First time we've called his name tonight.
And, of course, like I said, a nice athlete, and Coach McNamee trying to get his hands on the ball on the offensive side. So now it's going to be 3rd down after the loss of 1. 3rd and 6. Reynolds looks over the defense, and he's going to hand it off to Justice. Justice has got a big hole. He's going to go all the way down to the 1-yard line, and that'll be 1st down Pikeville.
Nice touchdown saving tackle by Gavin Johnson there. Got him on the foot as he went by.
And they're going to mark it on the 2. I said the 1. It'll be on the 2-yard line. 1st and goal for the Panthers, who are trying to tie the score up here in the 2nd quarter with under 3.5 to go in the first half. And it's going to be a handoff once again to Justice. And is he going to get in?
Yes.
And he's going to score. 2-yard run for Justice. And we tie the score up now 6 apiece. Just taking it off the left guard and straight in. So Pikeville establishing in that running game.
And that's what we talked about Justice. What a powerful runner he is, and you see that on some of those runs.
Extra point to be taken. Perfect on the season is Santos. And there's the kick. And he continues to be perfect from the PAT side. And we're going to take a break. 7-6 Pikeville. Stay with us on Hometown 24.
You need open heart surgery. Words no one wants to hear. But when it becomes your reality, you deserve care built on trust. At Hazard ARH, open heart surgery is performed by Dr. James Shoptaw, a cardiothoracic and vascular surgeon with over 29 years of experience. With skilled hands, strong faith, and proven results, Dr. Shoptaw and his team are with you every step of the way. Trust your heart to ARH and Dr. Shoptaw, a proud member of the ARH Care Network. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Welcome back as Pikeville on the 2-yard run by Jaden Justice and the extra point by Gonzalez Santos goes ahead of the Bulldogs 7-6 here with 3:12 to go in the first half. A fast-moving half so far in this district matchup.
Fast-moving game. We've had other than the penalties, it's been a very, very clean played game, and the clock has been running.
Yep. And now Gonzalez Santos will kick off and back deep. And, of course, he's got a great leg we saw in the initial kickoff that he made. And he's going to kick it off, and it's going to come up a little bit short, and Holbrook's going to take it, and he's going to go up the middle. He's got room, and he is going to be, but there comes a flag, and usually that means that's going to be against the return team. Yeah. So he got it out to the 41. But I got a feeling it's going to come back. And we'll see what the call from the official will be. And it is a illegal block in the back by Hazard.
And that negates a big return.
A big return. And let's see where they end up marking it back to. And it looks like it's going to be back to the 15, 1st and 10 Hazard, and puts them in poor field position. And now the penalty yards adding up for Hazard as they did for Pikeville earlier. And it's going to be a handoff to Miller. Miller off right tackle, and he's going to pick up maybe a yard.
Nice stop there by Pikeville's number 28 again. That's Gavin Coleman.
You got Coleman. Like a lawyer group over in the Pikeville area. So it's going to be a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9 for the Bulldogs. Out to the wide side of the field, you have Johnson and Holbrook. And in the backfield for Hazard now, you have Wales to the right of Shoptaw. He's going to step back, and he's going to throw the out, and it's to Fullwood. Fullwood's going to turn it up, try to get something, but he's going to be stopped right there. And they're going to give him to the 21-yard line, so that's going to be 3rd down now and about 3.5, maybe 4. Let's say 4. Yeah. So a big play here for the Pikeville defense to try to get Hazard off the field here after scoring the touchdown. The momentum has shifted to Pikeville.
Yeah, this is going to be a big play here for the Panthers to try to keep Hazard from getting the 1st down and keeping the chains moving.
You have trips up to the top. Empty backfield. In motion comes Kilburn. And you have motion. And that's going to be a 5-yard penalty as the Parton come out of his stance, and that's going to be 5 yards against Hazard and making it 3rd and 9. Not as manageable as it was before the penalty. Still empty backfield. You have Holbrook. Nope, that is Kilburn coming in motion. Shoptaw's looking. He's getting pressured. He's going to run with the football. It's going to be a fumble. And who's going to come up with it? It's going to be a scrum. Let's see who the stronger of the two
It's going to be
comes up
whoever's
with.
the strongest on the bottom of that pile.
And it's going to be another turnover on the Hazard Bulldogs. Pikeville with the recovery and with very good field position.
And Shoptaw hit his own man there and knocked the ball loose.
Yeah, he was trying to scramble, trying to see something upfield as he was moving out of the pocket, and the football just got away. So now the ball will be marked on the 22-yard line, 1st and 10, Panthers, and Hazard's got to come up with a stop here, Brian.
Got to get a stop. You got a minute 22. Get a stop, get into halftime, regroup, and come back out starting the second half like you did the first half.
And Pikeville would be, if they can put points on the board. And here goes Reynolds. He's going to throw the post, and it's going to be knocked down. Was trying to hit, I believe that's Hager. Is that Hager or Sloan?
I think it's Sloan on there, and the coverage over there was.
I believe that was Goins on the coverage for Hazard. It's hard to see.
Yep, that's
back
Goins.
to the
That's
right.
9, yep. Great coverage. I mean, he almost had the ball as well.
Jim Bob will be tickled with that play call after the turnover.
That's what he says every time. Go
Trying
for
to
it.
hit the post there, but unable to come up with it was Sloan. Sloan goes back to the top of the screen. To Reynolds, he's going to roll back to his left, trying to find something. He's going to go back up the middle. Nothing there as Parton comes up with it along with Jackson Deaton on the stop, and that's going to be a gain of maybe 1 yard. And Coach McNamee is going to call a timeout, and we're just going to stay. We'll just stay here. That's their first timeout, and Brian, with
109 left in the
minute
in the half.
9 seconds to go. Coach McNamee trying to come up with something here in a 3rd and 9 situation, maybe to pick up some yards if he decides to go, which he probably will on 4th down.
I would think this is a 2 down to get the first down. He's still got timeouts left. He's got 3 left, I believe, in the half. So he can use any play in his playbook. He's not bound to try to get the ball out of bounds or just throwing a pass to stop the clock.
And, we've called Hager and we've called Sloan. We've yet to call Fields. So this may be where Fields is a wide out, is something that Coach McNamee may come up with right here.
Yeah, so we'll see. He don't have to get it all. It's 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9.
So Reynolds has got the play call. Justice to his left. And he's going to roll back, and it's going to be an out and an up, a double move, but he couldn't get to him as he's pressured, but he rolls back, throws back across, and that's to Hager, and it's going to be incomplete. So nice ability to get something going here was Reynolds, and he had his man, just could not get enough on it to try to hit Hager in the end zone.
Yeah, couldn't get enough on it. I think the coverage there by Kilburn was pretty good as well.
And so
so what do you do here if you're Pikeville? Do you put points on the board with your kicker? Or
that's what they've got out there right now is the holder will be, of course, Adams and Gonzalez Santos. I'm sure he's got the leg. It's marked on the 28-yard line for Pikeville. Trying to draw him off, and there comes a flag, and that's going to be 5 yards that Hazard's going to give Pikeville.
Now, if you're Coach McNamee, what do? You go for it?
Well, we're
on 4th and 3 with 55 seconds.
They have an outstanding kicker.
He's 3 for 4 for the year,
and
perfect on his PATs.
And Coach McNamee is going to leave him out there. Now the ball is going to be marked on that 23 will be where the ball will be placed down for Gonzalez Santos. And Coach Chandler is going to call a timeout, thinking maybe there may be a fake coming up, so he's going to get his Bulldogs situated here, and we'll just stay here. You got to play kind of safe
Make sure you don't jump because you'll give them the first down.
Not sure if Adams is, if he can throw it. We may find that out. Stay with us. We'll be doing the double quick halftime show, and we'll talk about some scores and some different things at halftime. We'll talk about UK football. World Series going on tonight. Kentucky playing tonight, and that game may be over. We haven't even looked yet. But a lot going on in the sports world that we'll be talking about on the double quick halftime show, so stay with us here on Hometown 24. And after the timeout, the kicking team will once again come out for Pikeville. About a 33, I'll say it's going to be about a 33-yard field goal. Once again, Adams is the holder, and he's going to put it down, and there's the kick, and it is going to be good from 33 yards, and that's going to put Pikeville up 10-6 with 51.4 seconds. So stay with us. We'll be right back to finish the last bit of the second quarter.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
Welcome back to Hazard High School, Daniel Field, Bank of Hyman, game of the week. Gonzalez-Santos with a 33-yard field goal to put the Pikeville Panthers up 10-6 here with 51.4 seconds to go. And let's see if they elect to kick it deep to Holbrook and Johnson this time, or he has good enough leg, he can kick it into the end zone.
Yeah, he'll get it, probably try to kick it into the end zone, not give Hazard the opportunity.
And, of course, I was wrong as usual.
So was I.
And here comes Holbrook, and he's going to get some room over here, and he's got more room, but there comes a flag, and that's going to take it back. And that flag's going to come out at the 38-yard line. Holbrook had some room, but I didn't see who was blocking here. But when they tried to break away, he was holding, I think. And that the penalties keep adding up for Hazard. That is unofficially 55 yards for Hazard.
And the last two kickoff returns for Holbrook have been excellent, and they've been negated by a penalty.
And with what we got, 43.4, that would have really been good field position. So you were correct. It was Fullwood that was called for the penalty. And another penalty called unsportsmanlike. So that's 15 more yards on the Hazard Bulldogs. So that's going to take it up to 70 yards of penalties in the first half.
And in a game that two teams are as even as these two are, you can't have all the penalties.
Man, both teams got to clean that up.
And I imagine that both Coach Chandler and Coach McNamee will address that at halftime.
So let's see if Hazard plays it conservatively. And they're going to throw it out here, and it's going to be dropped. And once again, that was a throw out on the edge, just something easy to Fletcher, and he dropped it, trying to get up the field before he caught the football.
Yeah, I
so
think
it'll be
he took his
second
eye
and
off of
10.
it.
Choptaw, once again, in the shotgun is going to hand it off, and it's going to go to Miller, and he's got room, 30, 35, 36-yard line. And Coach Chandler getting them to move up real quickly on the first down.
Nice tackle by Sloan.
So caught Pikeville off as the ball was marked on the 35-yard line now. Going with tempo, of course. Going to roll to the right to Shoptaw. And he's looking, throws out of bounds, and that will stop the clock.
22.8 seconds.
22.8. And thank you, Brian. I can't see from my vantage point. I can't see the clock. 34-yard line still, and that will be 2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Panthers trying to keep everything in front of them. Choctaw with nothing there. Got that two-deep zone as you've got an empty backfield for Choctaw. And it's going to be thrown to Johnson here at the 31. He's going to get as much as he can and goes out of bounds. And he's going to get out just before picking up the first down. He's going to be marked at the 43-yard line. 3rd down and about 1.5.
16.3 to go. Probably got a chance for a couple more quick plays. If they could get a big chunk here and get out of bounds, maybe they could try a long field goal.
Yeah, possibly.
But Pikeville's playing
playing soft. Yep, they playing soft. And it's going to be another handoff to Miller, and Miller's going to go all the way down to the 47 and picks up the first down.
And again, you have Jeremiah Anderson in on the tackle.
And Coach Chandler is going to call a timeout, and with 11.1 second to go, and Shoptaw has the arm.
That's what I was going to say. We're going to see Shoptaw's arm right here, because I'd say you're going to go.
But do you do one more? You got time for maybe 2, maybe 3 plays, depending on what you do.
Yeah, you've got time for a quick out route probably to the sideline, try to get out of bounds. But Coach Chandler, he's got timeouts as well. So you've got a time for a couple plays, maybe 3 at the most, to get down and maybe get yourself in position to put some points on the board before we get into halftime.
So let's see what Coach Chandler on his birthday today, see if he can get a birthday present here right here before the half.
This would be a good one.
And Pikeville, let's see how they play. They've got 3 wide receivers to the short side here. You have Fletcher to the top side, the wide side, I guess you could call it. You've got Kilburn, Holbrook, and Johnson down here to the narrow side. Shoptaw is going to roll this side, and he's going to throw it down the middle, and it's going to be caught. And if it's dual possession, it will be Hazard's football. Both of them had the football. Kilburn comes up with it.
3.3 seconds.
So I think we know what's going to transpire now.
Yep. You're going to have
let's see if Coach McNamee calls a timeout. He's going to put some of his different people in there. Shoptaw steps back, and he's going to throw this one into the end zone properly, and he does, and it's going to be knocked away, and that will end the half as Pikeville will take the lead going into halftime, 10-6 over the Hazard Bulldogs. And when we come back, we'll have the Double Quick halftime show. So stay with us here on Hometown 24.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bedbugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management. Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
Brought to you by Double Quick, Keisha Caldwell Bankruptcy Express, Hometown Pharmacy in Hazard, Mountain Health Alliance, TPBT Bancorp, Primary Care Centers, Kentucky Farm Bureau Whitesburg, and Heidi Hoffensberger Law.
Welcome back to the Double Quick halftime show. Pikeville up 10-6 over the Hazard Bulldogs in a defensive battle that we probably didn't see coming, Brian.
No, we were expecting quite a bit more offense from both of these teams, but both teams have come in, played defense actually very well on the other, taking away what they're good at. And we talked about, I think the big key factor to the game so far has been the amount of penalties that both teams have accumulated.
And you used that word clean, and then after you used the word clean, it went, don't use that word.
I'm jinxed them just like you did a while ago on the PAT. I thought you'd say he's perfect on the year. I thought for sure he might miss one.
But nobody would have guessed that this game would have been 10-6 at this point, and looking forward to that second half. And, when we're talking about sports, we talked about sports, and there are a lot of sports going on. Before we get talking about scores and different things, tomorrow, me and Betty Von Cottle will be at Leslie County High School for 14th Region first-round volleyball action, and all 4 first-round games will be played starting at 11 a.m. tomorrow, so you can tune in all-day volleyball with me and Betty Von. We'll be talking to as many people as we can talk to until I lose my voice. And for some people, that might be a good thing.
Could be a blessing.
It could be a blessing in disguise. But
as much as you talk, I don't think you're going to lose your voice.
Well, after that Kentucky-Texas game last Saturday, I lost my voice for like a day or two, and I'm not going to do that anymore. But anyway, I told Josh Cornett I chose 14th Region Volleyball over Kentucky-Tennessee tomorrow. So I better see some good volleyball tomorrow, and I think we will over at the Richard M. Nixon Center over in Hagen, Kentucky. So if you can't go over there and support the girls of your school, tune us in on Hometown 24. What about scores, Brian?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we've got the WYMT game of the week. Our buddy David Adams and Tim Sloan are doing it. It's North and South Laurel, and I think North Laurel is ahead 14-3. If I'm correct on that score, and it's late in the third quarter. And for most of you all, I guess some of the people that are here with us, they may have set their DVRs much like you and I do when UK basketball is on.
So he's going to give the UK basketball, so don't listen
so
for
if you
about
don't want to know,
3 seconds or 4.
Go ahead and cover your ears, but I want to thank my brother and one of my best friends for blowing my phone up with the text message so I don't have to worry about watching it. So here we go. I'm going to give you the score of the Kentucky-Purdue basketball game, and it is UK 78, Purdue 65 final.
Okay. We're not going to talk anymore about the ball game then.
Okay.
But, you know, UK, and I've got I'm going to be going to Nashville, and I'm going to be going to Atlanta to watch UK play. So we're really looking forward to watching the Cats this year. And it's still early. It's not even basketball time. It's still football time. But it also is baseball time in the World Series tonight. It's in the top of the second, and both teams are at 0-0. And you know, my coach at Alice Lloyd College, Coach Bill Melton, is a lifer of the Los Angeles Dodgers. And, Coach, I'm not rooting for the Dodgers if you're listening. I'm rooting for the other team, not the Dodgers. But anyway, tomorrow, Kentucky, Tennessee. 7:45 tomorrow night.
Kroger Field.
Of course, we didn't have Winston Lee and Dusty tonight for prophecies. Let's give a prophecy on the Kentucky-Tennessee game tomorrow night.
Well, much like last week, we were down and out before the game started, and we didn't expect, or I will say, I didn't expect us to be able to play like we did with Texas. Much to my surprise and delight, I think we actually outplayed them, just not on the final scoreboard. So tomorrow, you know, Tennessee, Kentucky, big rivalry. Tennessee's receiving core is outstanding. I worry about us being able to stop their offensive prowess. That's a good word.
That's a very good word. Yeah. That's a $10 word.
That's a $10 word. But I think Kentucky is, you know, they're not going to quit. They're going to fight, and I think they're going to fight for their coach, going to fight for each other, and fight for the fans.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we can handle Tennessee's offensive power.
And they always play well at Kroger Field. For some unknown reason, last time we defeated them was at Neyland Stadium. So give us a score.
I'm going to we'll predict 28-17.
28-17. I'm going to say 28-24 Tennessee. And I know if Jim Bob McCauley is tuning in, he's going to say, I can't believe Manus didn't pick Kentucky to win. But he knows I'm a realist. I am very positive. But
absolutely.
But 28-24. And anybody else who wants to give us a score, and Chris Sloan says he likes your football knowledge, by the way. Thank you for tuning in, Chris. And thank you, Matt Oakes, and thank you, Keith Wright, and thank you for those people, Ryan Farmer, Tim Eldridge, and all the people that watch Hometown 24 Sports. And they watch every sport.
Yeah, and I would say most of those people probably didn't think I knew what a football was.
Well, I don't know. I'm not going to read those comments.
Yeah, you can. It's all right.
But tomorrow, some big football games other than Kentucky and Tennessee in the SEC. You got Ole Miss at Oklahoma. You have Missouri at Vanderbilt, who is playing for a playoff spot, and I hope they get it.
Vanderbilt has been very impressive.
And you've got Texas A&M at LSU, and I got a feeling, and I sound like a singer.
You got a feeling.
I got a feeling that if LSU gets beat tomorrow by Texas A&M, that Brian Kelly will not be back at LSU. You can write that down, guys. He will not be back, and the coaching carousel will continue And if Ole Miss defeat Oklahoma, and Coach Kiff, he talked to his team about the possibility of, and we don't know what he said. I'm sure it'll leak out sooner or later about what he's thinking about in relation to the coaching job at Florida.
I tend to feel that Coach Kiffin will be in the Sunshine State.
Oh, my. Well, don't know about that. But anyway, NBA basketball started this week, and last night, for some unknown reason, when I need to be in the bed, I was watching SGA score 55 points in double overtime to defeat two teams to open up the year in double overtime for the first time ever. SGA, is he the greatest of Calipari's players that have gone on to the pros? Why was it college? Because he didn't start, remember?
No.
Green started. Is he the greatest NBA player that Coach Calipari had at the University of Kentucky?
We will check his longevity, but as of now, I think John Wall was one of the better players that Calipari.
But he did win the MVP.
But I love SGA. I love his game. I love how he plays. His demeanor. I watched him the other night, and I should have been in bed way before you because I still have to get up and go to work every morning.
Oh, yep.
But I watched him the other night when they were playing the Rockets, so I could watch Shepherd.
Yep.
And I enjoy watching our Kentucky players that have went on to the next level.
And we're not going to talk about the gambling stuff because we don't know enough about it, and it's going to, as Charles Barkley said last night, it's going to get. There's going to be more.
There will be more. And
unfortunately, that's the way of the gambling world in sports, and you can't turn around without somebody having a commercial, or you can't without getting a text about
and that's bothered us in our sports life. I grew up a life sports time fan of everything, and it's bothersome to see that those athletes that are making that kind of money still be involved in things like that and outcomes of games. And we're not going to talk about that. No,
it's just a bad blight on any sport in the NBA. They just don't need it. Just don't need it.
And that's more why I love college athletics, and I love high school athletics. And I hope and I'm not against players being paid. I played in college, and I would have loved to have got paid to play. But
and for those from Pikeville that tune in, he played over at. It wasn't called UPike at that time.
It was Pikeville College.
It was Pikeville College, and you were a pretty good ball player.
I could do fair to middling.
I came watched you play several times again. One of them was Georgetown, and so. Big-time player for over there at the 99 Steps over there at
the Great 99.
The Great 99, and looks like Knott County Central is up 23-6 over Floyd Central at the half. So Knott County Central looking like they're going to pick up a win tonight. Some other games, Ashland's at Johnson Central tonight in a big 4A Region 6. Bell County at Clay County, Estill at Powell, Harlan County at Whitley County, Jackson County at Breathitt County. Just mentioned the Knott County at Floyd Central game. McGoffin is at Lawrence County, Perry Central at Corbin, Pike Central at Betsy Lane, Chevy Valley at Belfry in a big matchup, both of them undefeated in 2A Region 8. Then our buddies down in Laurel County, South Laurel at North Laurel. And then we've got Prestonsburg and Martin County, and Prestonsburg is up 14-6 in the third right now. So that was my last one in 2A Region 7. They're playing for that big championship, district championship, and that one seed, and a lot on the line. And let's move our attention as we're about to get down to that 3-minute mark here. What does each one of these teams need to do? Let's talk about Pikeville first. What does Pikeville need to do to win this game?
I think what Pikeville needs to do, and both teams need to clean up the penalties. And I'm sure that was addressed by both Coach McNamee and Coach Chandler. Pikeville needs to do what they established mid to late second quarter. They've established the run a little bit, which we didn't expect. We expected them to throw the ball a little more. They've established the run. They've kind of established the dominance on the line of scrimmage. And we always talk about who controls the line controls the game. And that's what they did late second quarter up until halftime. But, we talked about in the pregame.
And, the penalties helped them in that drive. And, on the reverse side, that was in the latter part of the second quarter. And, when the Hazard scored, the penalties kind of helped them too.
That's right. So if we clean up the penalties, we may have a 0-0 ball game, Manus.
Yeah.
But we've talked about Pikeville. They've not got Hager involved much in the offense, and he's got 7 touchdowns on the year. I think they're going to try to get him involved. And on the other side, the same thing for Hazard. Clean the penalties up. Johnson's got 6 touchdowns on the year. Cameron Miller's got 8 rushing, and those guys are yet to get in.
And they're not out in space,
right?
And when they were throwing it out to them in the flat or off the bubble screens, Pikeville's been able to get out there and make a tackle in open space.
And that's what happens when you get 2 good teams. They take away what the other team's good at, and that's what makes championship teams,
Well, you've got all kinds of film, and, it is what it is sometimes. And coaches, they can throw in a trick play or two or whatever, but you're going to continue to do the things that you do well.
That's correct. And what the other team has got to do, the team that's going to win this ball game, whether it be Hazard, whether it be Pikeville, is going to be the team that takes away what the other team is good at the most.
And so as we're getting toward the opening kickoff of the second half, thank you for tuning in on the Double Quick halftime show, and looking forward to this second half. And like Brian said, I hope both teams clean up the penalties, and looking forward to what each coach and what kind of moves they've made during the halftime talk. But it is 10-6, Pikeville Panthers, and the kickoff will be Pikeville's football as Hazard took the opening kick. Kilburn to take the ball out for the Bulldogs, and we're about ready to go. But both teams, a lot of penalties, and we'll see where it goes from there. And, some of them, if it's a mental penalty, you can clean those up. But if it's a penalty, if it's a late hit or it's something else, and even holding. Sometimes in Hazard's been called for holding twice on kickoffs. It's just you've got to let them go. And, when you're kick returner and you're moving space and you're going across the field, a lot of times in any level of football, whether it be high school, college, or pros, you see those flags usually come out.
Yeah, and I suspect that those have been addressed at halftime, and we'll see hopefully a much cleaner game.
And there comes the kickoff as Kilburn hits it back down, and it's going to be bobbled and picked up, and it's going to be a tackle. And now once again, here comes a flag, and that's going to probably be a face mask.
Yeah. And just
happened right where the tackle on it is going to be. The preliminary signal is a face mask penalty.
Personal foul, face mask, kick team number 9, 15 yards.
And that's going to be 15 more yards on the Hazard Bulldogs.
And Hazard done a good job. You had 3 guys down there. He wasn't going anywhere. And then we had him
tackling
on the 15,
high.
Tackle high.
Yep. And right, Kilburn with a nice kick, nice coverage, had Pikeville back in their side of the field, but now it's going to be advanced up to the 32-yard line, 1st and 10. You have Reynolds coming back out again, Anderson to his right, and then Justice, and he hands it off to Justice. He's got the edge, and he's going to pull, and he's still pulling. excellent run as he had
Kilburn
riding him down to the 50-yard line, so a gain of 18 yards
and then
by Justice.
Big hit by Gavin Johnson. Justice is a good-looking back.
And he just kept moving his legs as you were taught to just keep right on moving, and he picks up a big opening first down for the Pikeville Panthers. Same set, and they're going to hand it off to Anderson. Anderson's trying to get out to the edge. He's hit, but he's going to dive, and he's going to get 4 yards. So another good start on first down for Pikeville.
Yeah, that Pikeville's offensive line, I think they pulled the guard over there, got the little hole up the left-hand side. Good positive yardage on first down.
And like we said, Anderson is a load, so you've got to hit him low and you got to hit him high sometimes to get him down. So a gain of 4, second down and 6 for Pikeville. Single coverage on this side, and it's going to be a handoff once again. And he's got a first down as he keeps spinning, gets down and it comes out, but I think he was down. And they're going to say he was down on the 30-yard line.
I got a little excited there. See the ball squirt out.
And that's going to be a gain of 16 yards as Justice is taken over in the offensive line of Pikeville.
I mean, you start taking huge chunks with the backs from Pikeville, and you're talking about Justice and Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
You know, 1-2 punch. Anderson, a big load, and then Justice with the quick low center of gravity speed.
So it's going to be first down and 10 at the 30. Reynolds is going to hand it off to Justice. No, he's going to keep it up the middle, and he's going to pick up positive yardage as he will get to about 3 yards.
Good tackle there by Parton for Hazard on the defensive line.
Once again, thank everybody in Pike and Perry County and surrounding areas for tuning in on Hometown 24. If you're not sure somebody's watching, hit that like and share button if you're on Facebook, and let them know that the game is on Hometown 24. Ball's marked at the 27-yard line. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for all the sponsors in the Bank of Hyman for sponsoring our game of the week. Running backs to each side, and it's going to be a handoff to Anderson. He's got the edge over there. He's hit, but he's going to mow through it, and he's keeping going. And he's going to stay in bounds all the way down to the, let's see where they're going to mark him. I think it's going to be down to the 11-yard line, first down and 10, Pikeville.
And you take Johnson with a big hit on him, probably 3 yards past the line of scrimmage, and he just keeps going.
And we've got a Bulldog down over there out of bounds.
Yeah,
I'm not sure who it is.
You know, Pikeville, they start establishing the run with Anderson, and then you hit it with Justice, and then the next thing you know, Reynolds.
It's just they
just continue to
pounding it and everything, and we're going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll check on the player that is injured for Hazard when we come back. So stay with us on Hometown 24.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance helps protect more than 474,000 Kentucky families and businesses. Many of our members have been with us for years, even decades. Perhaps it's because of the competitive rates or our unmatched service. Or maybe the biggest reason is they know they can count on Kentucky's insurance company to be there when it matters. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Welcome back to hometown 24, and it was Connor Holbrook, and he's making his way off the field, and may have got shook up on the tackle over there with Justice.
I think maybe he's got a little stinger. He's working his shoulder a little bit. Good to see him jog off.
Yep, and it's going to be a handoff, and that's going to be a stop at time. Is still positive yardage for Pikeville, and they continue to pound the ball. And even when they jump out, they've been boosting out to the outside. And you mentioned earlier about running. Basically, they were doing some zone blocking, but then you talked about pulling, and those big hogs in there working hard, and Hazard's got to meet the challenge on their interior line as well.
Yeah, they've changing their scheme up a little bit, and they just keep taking turnabout with their their 2 backs and their quarterback.
2nd down and 6 is Anderson once again to the right, and he's going to give it back to Justice, and he's going to keep going, and he's going to lose. It's going to be a fumble, and it will be Hazard football. Big-time hit as he was trying to reach for the goal line, and the football comes loose, and big-time play by the defense of the Hazard Bulldogs.
Yeah, and I think that was Parton that got his hand up in there and jerked the ball out right as he was trying to reach across.
And I didn't see who ended up picking the football up, but that's going to be a big-time play for Hazard as Pikeville was looking to punch it in and increase their lead. And now with 8:50 to go, first fumble for Pikeville, Hazard's had 2, and a game that usually we talk about turnovers and the big-time turnover against the Pikeville Panthers.
Yeah, that's a big play for the Hazard Bulldogs.
So 1st down and 10 on the 20. Choctaw fakes the pitch. He's going to roll to his right, throws back across, and he's going to be to Holbrook, who's back in the game. And he's going to be marked at the 40. I'm surprised. I didn't notice he'd come back in the game on the offensive side.
I didn't either.
So nice play as he's coming across the deep and had enough time to get open on the pitch fake, and it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 41-yard line for the Bulldogs. Empty backfield, 3 wide receivers to the wide side. Steps back, and he's going to throw that long out, and it's going to be to Kilburn, and he's going to pick up yardage to the 46, so that's a gain of 5.
Yeah, and
shows the arm strength there of Choctaw, throwing it all the way from one marker back across.
Yeah, he throws a nice ball, and as we saw Pikeville establishing the run, Hazard I think has established the pass.
Yeah. I think they've thrown it in. You said to emphasize the strengths, and that's what both teams are doing. And it's going to be a straight handoff to Miller, and he's going to pick up maybe a yard, maybe a half yard.
That's a good tackle there by Keelan Mills from Pikeville to come across over the backside there and get him before he gained much.
Yeah, I think they may have gave him a half yard. 3rd down now for the Hazard Bulldogs.
But, being Hazard, you have to continue to attempt the run to keep Pikeville honest.
Oh, yeah. And you've got Choctaw, and they're in the I with Fullwood up front. And on the back is Miller, and they're going to give it to Fullwood, and he's got nothing there. Yeah. It's just a little dive, and he's going to get they may give him a yard on progress.
You've got Mills in there again.
So what do you do? What you do here, Brian? It's 4th down on your end of your 50. So what do you do here?
Well, I think they're going to probably go for it. I think they've been successful on the little short out, the underneath pass, or maybe a bubble screen here. They may try to draw them off.
Yep, and it is 4th, and it's about 4.5. And Choctaw's going to step back. He's getting pressured up the middle. He's going to throw it. It's going to be intercepted by Justice, and a flag comes out, and it's going to be he's going to get to the 46-yard line on the interception. Excuse me, it wasn't a flag. It was a beanbag.
Yeah, that was a marker.
Yep. I thought it was a flag. Those pink bean bags and pink flags throw me off. So Choctaw tried to force it in there, and Justice comes up with a big-time interception, and he's been doing a little bit of everything on the offensive and defensive side for the Panthers.
Yeah, and, that was 4th down as well. So that's, if he got sacked or he threw the ball away, he gained some yardage by throwing the interception.
Gained about, 8 yards.
Yeah.
So we got Anderson's going to have it there in the backfield this time, and it's going to be a loss this time and I was looking down to see who made that tackle. And
looks
he's
like
down.
number 3 for Hazard. That's going to be Jackson Deaton.
And Deaton is a little bit shaken up, looks like.
Yeah, I think he got rolled up with Jackson on the tackle. I think he ended up on the worst end of that on the bottom.
Yeah, and it was for a loss of 2, and he's up on his feet, and glad to see Jackson up and moving. A little bit, may have got the breath knocked out of him.
Knocked out of him.
You land on that football sometimes, and it's not good. And it's going to be a loss of 1 for the Panthers, and it'll be 2nd down and 11.
And that was a good job by the defense to stop. That Pikeville established that run over that left side there with Anderson on the last drive, and Hazard made some adjustments there to stop that time.
So then, counterpoint, what does Coach McNamee draw up right here? In motion comes Fields. It's going to be inside handoff, and there's nothing there. So another loss. Trying to catch Hazard over pursuing, and it's going to be a 1-yard loss that time.
That looks like I can't tell who that is on the tackle. 4?
Yep, that was number 4 there.
Cody Hill?
Yeah, that was Cody, a senior for Hazard. 3rd down and about 12 now. And thanks, everybody, for tuning in on Hometown 24, regardless of where you're tuning in from. And Reynolds is going to roll back, and he's going to throw it long, and he's open, and it's going to be called. And
yep, that's Sloan over on the far sideline.
Down to the 25-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of approximately 32 yards as they got behind the Hazard defense as Reynolds rolled to his left and hit him right on the hands.
Yeah, and that's not bad coverage there by Goins for Hazard. He was right with him step for step. It's just a better pass from Justice.
And that's what happens when the safety comes up. You don't have that safety help over the top and able to him to hit him. And, that's not an easy throw, rolling out, setting your feet, and then throwing back.
No.
Fields coming to this side for Pikeville. And it's going to be a handoff to Justice, and he's going to be lassoed. Not sure if he got the face mask. Nobody's saying anything, so evidently just got him high.
Just got him high up around the collar.
So it's going to be a little bit short of the line of scrimmage. So let's call it 2nd down and 11.
Hazard on this drive has stopped the run of Pikeville after the first series.
So 2nd down. Same formation with Anderson and Justice, and it's going to be a fake, and he's got him right there, and he's got 10, 15, 5-yard, and he's going to roll in there. Touchdown, Panthers. 26-yard pass from Reynolds to Justice.
Yeah, and Pikeville, they've been working the left side over there, and left side. They get the defense running over to the left side, and he spins around, rolls out. Hits Justice, and nobody over here to cover him coming out of the backfield.
And it all started with Justice with the interception, and it ends with Justice with a 26-yard touchdown pass from Reynolds. Gonzalez Santos in for the extra point. Adams with a hold. And there's the kick, and it's up. And it is good. And that will make it 17-6. Pikeville, 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Stay with us here on Hometown 24. Welcome back to Hazard High School. Daniel Field up here in the head of the holler here in Hazard, Kentucky. Pikeville on a 26-yard touchdown pass from Reynolds to Justice. And the extra point's good, 17-6. Pikeville with 4 minutes to go, and Hazard got a counterpoint here, and they got to have something going here as the momentum has swung on the offensive side to the Pikeville Panthers.
Yeah, we need to get a good return here, get the ball moving again.
And there's the kick, and it's going to come up. It's a pooch kick, and it's going to be caught by Fletcher, and he's going to go out of bounds about at the 33-yard line. So changing up the strategy, not kicking it deep to Holbrook or Johnson. Hazard yet to get Gavin Johnson out into any kind of space, and they're just not going to kick the ball to Gavin.
No, and then, in Pikeville, defensively, that's what they want to do. They want to keep the ball out of Johnson's hands.
Shoptaw is going to hand it off. No, he fakes it, and he's going to throw it out, and it's going to be incomplete as it was covered over there, and that was Johnson. He was trying to get the ball to, but
good.
He was double, triple covered over there.
Good coverage over there by the Panthers, and they don't want to give Johnson the ball out in space, and that's why they had him double covered.
2nd down and 10. Miller to the left of Shoptaw. 2 wide receivers each way. And it's going to be a throw out to Johnson. Johnson squirts, moves, returns, and he's going to pick up the first down. Didn't think he was going to get it, but that last spin picked it up, and it'll be first down, Hazard.
And that shows you why Pikeville wants to keep the ball out of his hands out in space. He's made a good move, good blocking downfield.
So first down 10 at the 45-yard line. Shoptaw ready. Throws it back over the middle, and it's going to be knocked down, incomplete as he was going to Feltner. Anderson with a hit and dislodged the football.
Yeah, that's a big hit. I think that was Harrison Fields on the hit, number 3.
Was it? For some reason, I'm trying to look back through this this middle bar sometimes. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10. Got trips to the top. You got Johnson down to the short side of the field. It's going to be a handoff to Miller. Miller sidesteps, and he's going to get nothing.
Nowhere to go. Pikeville's defensive line and their linebackers.
So that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. And no, it's going to be marked the nose of the football right on the 45-yard line.
We've got a Pikeville player slow getting up.
That's kind of taking a little bit of time with him. And we're going to take a break, and we'll check on him as soon as we get back from the break. So stay with us on Hometown 24.
Hey, it's Kristen Mulcahy from Appalachian Wireless. One of the things that makes us the region's best network isn't just our coverage, it's that we're local. You'll find real people right here from home, ready to help you get the best deals on the latest devices. We hear the other carriers bragging about how they cover the middle of nowhere, but this isn't nowhere. All our roads lead to somewhere. So come home to Appalachian Wireless. Visit us at AppalachianWireless.com or in one of our many retail locations. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Welcome back is the player number 50,
Keelan Mills.
One of the down linemen for Pikeville. Kind of shaken up, but he got up on his own. That's always a good sign. So it'll be 3rd down and 10, and see what Coach Chandler dials up for the Bulldogs here on the 45-yard line, and probably looking at 2 plays to try to get him.
2 plays to try to get. I say Coach McNamee's going to bring some pressure. 3 down linemen. Here comes the backer.
Anderson coming up the middle, and he's got him, and that's going to be slung down, and that's going to be Anderson that came up the middle on the blitz.
Yeah, and that's just what, you get the down and distance.
Predictable.
When you know they're going to have to try to throw it, you dial up the blitz and Anderson comes through free.
And so that's probably going to make Hazard punt it. And I see Fullwood's going to come in to punt. The ball was marked at the 31-yard line. And we 4th down and 4th and all the way down to Hardy's. So Fullwood is going to punt the football for Hazard.
And Pikeville's going to bring pressure.
And they back out of it. They play safe. And it's going to be kicked. And Fields elects not to catch it, and that's probably not going to be a good decision as it will roll all the way down to the 22-yard line. So nice punt. 1928, what is that, brother? That's 47
yards
on the roll. So changing the field position. Now, the only thing is, what's Hazard got to do right here? They got to stop the run.
Hazard has got to stop the run. But, with Pikeville establishing the run this quarter, they've opened up their passing game a little bit. So,
play action passing or the ORPO. We'll see what they do. And, do you go away from something that's really working for you? And Reynolds is going to take it up the middle, but Parton's going to tackle him for a gain of maybe 1, maybe 2. And I think the Pikeville coaching staff was wanting a face mask, and they're not going to get it.
He just got him high up around the shoulder pad.
And that's going to be a gain of 1, so it'll make it 2nd and 9. And, the Hazard Bulldogs got to get Pikeville off the field right now. And
1:31 to go, and the clock's running. And Coach McNamee, he's going to do what he does. And I don't look for him to change much what they've done this quarter. But Hazard's going to have to get a stop here defensively and get something going.
And just as to the right, it's going to be fake, and he's got the edge. He's going to turn back off the block of Fields, and he's going to go out of bounds at the 32-yard line. And that's going to be close. It's probably going to come up about a yard short.
That's a good run by the quarterback there for Pikeville, Reynolds.
Let's see. No, they're going to make it on the 33-yard line. I misspoke, and that's going to be 1st down Pikeville. So big-time run by Reynolds after the fake, and a nice block out here by Fields. And he turned back, and you notice Fields threw his hands up so he wouldn't get called for the holding. And it's going to be a handoff to Justice, and he's got some yardage, and he's going to bowl over 1 or 2, and he's going to go all the way up to close to the 1st down, depending on the mark.
Looks like Kilburn in on the tackle. Also, I
didn't see the flag, and there's going to be it's going to be a holding foul. I didn't see that back there.
I didn't either.
I was leaning forward for the mark, and that's going to be the first penalty in the second half for Pikeville. And we're under 1 minute at the 58.9 second mark. So, big-time penalty for the Hazard defense, and it's going to be 1st down and long. 2 receivers each side for Pikeville. And there's going to be a throwback, and that's going to go to Hager, and up comes Holbrook with a big-time hit.
Great tackle there by Holbrook. The play did not fool him at all.
And it came from his safety position in a rush. And that's going to make it 2nd down now, 2nd still and long.
And I don't know that Pikeville's in a hurry to get a playoff. I think they're going to let the play clock or the game clock run down.
I think that would be wise to do that, as the play clock is at 13, and so they do not have to run a play. And with that, that's going to end the third quarter, 17-6 Pikeville. And when we come back, we'll have the fourth quarter here on Hometown 24.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Hindman Pharmacy, located inside the new Hindman Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a flavored medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Hindman Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Hindman Bypass. Call the Hindman Pharmacy at 785-0513.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
Welcome back to the Bank of Hyman football game of the week as we move to the fourth quarter. Pikeville up 17-6. Big downs coming up for Pikeville. Big downs coming up for the Hazard defense. Trying to spread out Hazard on the defensive side. And it's going to be a drop back. And it's going to be a long throw over there, and it's going to be knocked away. That's a very dangerous throw as Fields went up with goings of Hazard, and could have been bad for Pikeville.
I think the ball was just hanging up there, and Goins had he had a chance to get it, knocked it down. That's a big stop on the second down and
long
forever.
The third down now for Pikeville, and look for them to maybe run something here that very conservative here. And after that pass, and Reynolds, he's going to pump fake, and
nice.
And it's going to come away, but he was up in the air, and Holbrook with the hard tackle over there, and I believe that might be Fields who is shaking up.
That's Gage Burkett.
Is that number 7?
Yep.
That's Burkett. Okay. And,
come down hard on his back. Nothing, I mean, good coverage. Nice.
Just the ball was up in the air, and Holbrook hit him low and come down on his backside. And that's going to be moving it to fourth down and checking on Burchett over there to see if he's okay.
Well, that's a big stop for the Hazard defense right there, Manus.
And should get pretty good field position.
Should get good field position on the punt here.
And, but he is the punter. If he's unable to punt right here, wonder who their second punter is he's trying to make his way up right now, and he's going to get up on his feet, and I'm thankful for that. Oh, that is Burchett. You are correct. It's all the way across the field from us.
That's why I've got my glasses on.
Yeah, I've got glasses and still can't see sometimes. But anyway, it's going to be fourth down. Let's see who comes out to punt now for the Panthers. And, of course, it's going to be their place kicker. And if he's got any kind of leg when he kicks off, he should be able to boom it. And that's Gonzalez Santos.
We have Johnson and Holbrook back for the Bulldogs.
Yep. And let's see. And it's going to be
over his head.
Over his head. Nobody is rushing, and he's able to get it off. So excellent job. And Johnson's going to pick it up, and he's going to have nowhere to go, and he's going to be dropped at the 40. So nobody was rushing the punter, and as a result, Santos was able to go back, pick it up, and then get it off.
That could have been disastrous.
And just was able to get his fingertips on it to keep it from going into the end zone. So the Hazard Bulldogs will have the football at the 41-yard line in need of points quickly.
Yeah.
You got 11 minutes, but the way Pikeville has been running the football, it chews the clock up.
Ball control.
So Fullwood in the H-back spot. It's going to be a handoff, and that's going to be to Wells, and he's hitting a backfield, and it's going to be nothing there. So it's going to be a loss of 2 for Hazard.
You got in on the tackle there for the Panthers. You got Caden Thacker, and I think Adam Coleman looked like to me 15 maybe.
And, you got to say something about these Pikeville Panthers. Most of them are, I think they've got 5 seniors on the club.
Yeah, so 7. They've got 7 seniors.
7 seniors.
And both these teams, we talked about it pregame, both are young. So these are 2 teams that are going to be here year in and year out.
Same set. Choctaw pump fakes. He's going to go long, and it's going to be – did he come down? No, but there comes a flag out. And evidently that flag is, when it's thrown by the back judge, that usually means it's either pass interference or if it hadn't been thrown earlier, it couldn't be a hold, but it's probably pass interference.
Yeah, it's pretty good coverage over there on the far side. They were step for step, maybe just got there just a second early.
Yeah, so it was pass interference, and, of course, it's all the way across. So didn't get a good look on that, but it was a kind of a go route right down the stripe down there on the sideline. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Hazard. Choctaw takes it, hands it off, and it's going to pick up about 3 yards that time.
Yeah, and you got
that was Miller. Teams getting a little testy inside that huddle. Neither team can ill afford a penalty.
No, that's on the tackle, Caden Thacker again. He's been busy up front for the Panthers all night long.
Ball marked on the 42-yard line, 2nd down and 7. Very nice crowd here tonight, as expected. Fullwood in motion. Choctaw steps back, and he's going to throw it. And did he get it in there? And he did, and that's to Johnson, I believe. And that's going to come up about 1 yard short. Ball's marked at the 36-yard line.
And Hazard, we talked they have established the short out route passes, and Pikeville, they're content with letting them get 3 or 4 yards at a time. The clock's running. The clock is in Pikeville's favor.
And I believe they're going to go to the Wildcat, as I seen Choctaw come out and Cody Hill came in. Not sure if Cody Hill or Fullwood's going to take it. No, it's going to be Holbrook maybe. And Holbrook's they string it out, and he's going to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah. Big 64 there for Pikeville. If his arm was just about 6 inches longer, he might not have got that 1st down because he grabbed hold of that jersey with Caden Thacker. He's got strong hands because he's had it stretched back all the way back to the other end.
So 1st down and 10 on the 33-yard line. Clock rolling as we're nearing the 9-minute mark of the game. Choctaw takes a step back, and he's going to be tackled right there as he tried to step up.
Yeah, stepped up right into the hands of Keelan Mills there,
who was shaking up, and evidently he's in good shape now as he picks up the sack, and that will be 2nd down off the loss of 2, 2nd down and 12. Bumper Adams says he's watching a little bit of everything. Football and everything. Thank you for tuning in, Bumper.
Say hello to Bumper. Pikeville in the 3-4. Here comes the linebacker blitz again.
And nothing as they come up on the edge over there. So that's going to be another loss on the long throw across. That came up on Johnson.
Good coverage by Hager over there on the far side.
So that's going to be a loss of 1, and that is going to be 3rd down and about 14 now for Hazard. And the clock still rolling as we're under 8 minutes to go now. And I don't think Hazard's going to come off anytime soon. They're going to try to pick up a little bit here to try to go for it on 4th down.
And look for Pikeville to blitz again with Anderson. He's made it in there twice. He's inching up as we speak. Now he backs off.
Up. Yep. And Shoptile down the middle of the field. He's got, and it's knocked away. Had he the edge. Feltner was broke open on the post there, but it was unable to come down with the football.
And Fields there for Pikeville just got there just in the nick of time.
So got behind the Pikeville defense.
Is that Fletcher?
That was Fletcher, yes. And now it's going to be empty backfield, and then it's going to be 4th and long for Hazard.
Big play here for Pikeville to get a stop here and get the ball back.
As they're backing out in the zone. Shoptile being pressured, throws it long down the middle, and it's going to be intercepted by Fields. And he's going to be dropped right there at the 14-yard line. Pretty better served if he just dropped it. But anyway, it will be Pikeville's football on the 14-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, and that's a great interception. He caught the ball with one hand. But as you say,
to himself.
Yeah, if he would have dropped it, he would have ended up getting the ball up here on the 36-yard line.
33-yard line.
33-yard line.
So Pikeville will have the football here and look for a lot of Anderson and Justice the remaining time.
Yeah, I would not think they would throw the ball very much at all. They're going to keep it on the ground with their two backs and their quarterback, try to run this clock. But now Hazard, what they've got to do, they've got to get a stop. Get them behind the sticks right here and force them to have to maybe throw the ball and try to get the ball back. They're going to have to get the ball back and score quickly.
And Reynolds using his legs to roll one side or the other. Anderson in motion, and he's going to lead Justice through, and he's got the edge, and he's going to be out of bounds. And there's going to be a flag. 2 flags are going to come out. Let's see what the call is going to be. I will just.
Offense number 60.
And it's going to be a penalty on the hold.
And that's good for Hazard.
Yep. And that's going to make it half the distance to the goal. And that's going to put it on the 6.5 or 6-yard line. 7:11 to go in the game. Thank you for joining us on Hometown 24. Reminder, tomorrow we'll be in Leslie County for 14th Region first round of the 14th Region Volleyball. So tune in to us. And Justice, once again, he's hit by Mullins, and he's going to drag him for 2 yards. And you're going to see Pikeville run that play clock down as far as they can run it down.
They're in no hurry to get up and get in the huddle. They'll run the play clock all the way down.
And Reynolds is going to look at the far end, and he's going to tell them that we're in no rush to get out of the huddle. As we move to the 6.5-minute mark, and time is waning for Hazard. 2nd down, and Reynolds is going to throw it, and Sloan is wide open, and he makes a move on Holbrook. Can Fletcher catch him? 40, 35, 30, 20, and he's going to be tackled at about the 14-yard line. So pull a rabbit out of a hat.
Little RPO. He had the ball in the back stomach the long time and then pulled it out at the last second.
And Sloan took it all the way down the field, and it's going to be 1st down and 10 on the 14-yard line. And that is a play of about 76 yards for the Pikeville Panthers, and you could just hear the air being sucked out of the Hazard cheering section here.
Yeah, that's a big play. You had.
That puts it under the 6-minute mark. 1st down and 10. And it goes to Justice, and he's got the edge. He's going to turn it back. He's going to go in for a touchdown. 14-yard run for Justice, and that will make it 23-6 with 5:40 to go. "14-yard run. Gonzalez Santos will try the extra point. Adams puts it down, rough snap, but they get it up, and it's going to be good. So it'll be 24-6 Pikeville, 5:40 to go. Stay with us here on Hometown 24. We'll be right back.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Welcome back to the Bank of Hyman football game of the week here on Friday night. Justice with a 14-yard run to make it 23-6, extra point by Gonzalez Santos to make it 24-6 here with 5:40 to go. And now Hazard's offense becomes even more urgent to try to put something on the board. Justice has just taken over the game on the defensive end and on the offensive end.
Yeah, he's came out the second half and put the Panthers on his back, so to speak.
Santos toes it up. Does he dare to kick it long, or does he do the pooch kick again?
I'm afraid to say, because every time I say, he does the opposite.
So we'll just do all three of them.
We'll just do them all.
And there it is. It's a little pooch over the top. Smart kick, and it's going to tumble, roll, and it's going to be picked up by Holbrook, and there's where he's going to be tackled. Nice job by the special teams of Pikeville.
Yeah. And I mean, he kicked it just enough over the up back's head that he didn't want to go back and catch it, and then it puts Holbrook trying to catch it off the bounce, and then when he gets it, nowhere to go.
And this kid is a weapon for Pikeville. And it's going to be 86 yards to pay dirt, and, Hazard, that's all that they're going to be going for right here. Shoptall, once again, quarterback. And it's going to be a fake, and he's going to roll out. And he's trying to find someone, nobody to be found. Mills tries to get to him, and he's going to throw it out of bounds for stepping out of bounds, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Pikeville keeping everything in front of them.
Yeah, good coverage there by the Panthers. And that's what Pikeville wants to do. They want Hazard to take some time, keep everything in front of them, keep them in play so they keep the clock running.
Second down and 10. Shoptall rolling. He throws it over top, and he has Holbrook. Holbrook tries to turn it back inside and will go out of bounds. And he's going to pick up a first down for the Bulldogs on the 26-yard line.
Yeah, nice job by Holbrook to get out of bounds and get the clock stopped.
Hazard yet to get that momentum going on the offensive side and the rhythm. First down and 10 is it's going to be up to the line quickly each time. It's going to be a throw out here to Fletcher. He comes off his screen, and it's going to take him out to about the 37-yard line. And if it is, that's going to be a first down for Hazard. Fletcher with a nice run after the block over there.
He didn't get out of bounds. The clock is running.
So he did not get out of bounds.
He got knocked out, so they
37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Pikeville playing soft coverage, allowing that pass to come up, and then they're looking to make those tackles.
Yeah, good disciplined defense here. Keep them in front, make the open field tackle.
And it's going to be a throwback to Fullwood on the tight end screen, and he's going to push it, and it's going to be a first down as he goes across the 50-yard line to the 49. Nice call by Coach Chandler. And that's going to be 1st and 10, 49-yard line as the clock is winding now as it's at the 4.5-minute mark.
You get Fullwood and Anderson up there, both of them getting up kind of slow from that big hit from both of them.
Both of them are big dudes.
Big boys.
And Shoptaw, the pump fake, doesn't have anything. And he's going to go out of bounds. And that's going to be a loss of a couple as he goes out at the 49-yard line. And there comes a flag, comes in late. And usually that is probably that was in the backfield. So that was after the play. I don't know if there's a little talking taking place. A little jabbing. You never did that when you played over at Pikeville College, did you?
No,
after
not at
you
all.
dunked it or anything,
No,
you didn't look at them funny?
Never
Back
did.
in that day, you got a technical, didn't you?
Yeah, it was bad. Then you had to run the 99.
All right.
No foul on the play.
No flag on the play. All righty. So a little consultation. Nice job by the officials.
Absolutely.
And, you know, both teams really, in most regards, have cleaned up the penalties in the second half.
They have.
Not half as many as they were in that, even the second quarter. Empty backfield, Choctaw. He's going to look. He's going to throw, and it was jumped.
Yeah.
Guess who jumped it?
Imagine that.
Justice jumps it, and if he catches it, he goes to the house.
Yeah, and we talked about the coaches going to clean it up at halftime. And when you have good quality coaches as Coach McNamee and Coach Chandler, you know they're going to address that with their team, and their team responds.
Yep, and they both of them have done so. And, you know, sometimes as an official, and you officiated many of basketball games, you let the other teams know early what you're going to call, and then they adapt.
That's right.
To that.
Absolutely.
Got trips up to the top. Choctaw looks. He's going to throw it across, and it's going to be to Fullwood. Makes a man miss. Bulls over, and it's going to be pushed out at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that's on the stop over there by Quentin Warren. Nice job to get him. Tried to keep him in bounds, but he stepped out.
And it's going to make it 4th down and about 6 for the Hazard Bulldogs. And with 3:40 to go, it's about a have to get this first down.
Yeah.
Any chance that they have coming back at all.
And Pikeville's giving, but they're not breaking. You know, they're letting them catch in front of them and just stopping them getting the ball. Now Choctaw's under pressure.
And he's going to roll, and he's not going to pick it up. And Justice with a hit right on the sideline of Choctaw as he's trying to get to the yard marker, and he did not. He's going to come up 2 yards short, and it will be Pikeville football, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, and, you know, Hazard's going to have to try to force a turnover, but you can bet that Pikeville is going to make sure they've got both hands on the ball, secure the football, and they're just going to try to run this clock out.
And force Hazard basically.
Force Hazard to use all their timeouts.
And in the World Series, if you're watching, it's 2-2 in the top of the field. Thank you, Bumper Adams, for that score. And there's the handoff to Justice, and he's just going to pound, and he's going to almost, they're going to say he is first down for the Panthers. And it'll be marked on the 49-yard line. And the clock once again will wind as we near the 3-minute mark. Our next game next Friday on Friday Night Lights on the Bank of Hyman Game of the Week will be the Belfry Pirates will go to Letcher County Central. Belfry and Letcher Central. So join us next Friday night. Once again, Reynolds looking at the play clock, gives it off to Anderson. Anderson's got the edge. He's got room, and he's going to be trying to knock, and it goes all the way to the 24-yard line. Holbrook was trying to corral him and knock it away at the same time.
Yeah.
And
Johnson come in to finish him off, but he was just going to carry Holbrook down through there.
And it's going to be marked first down and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Pikeville's run game has really made the difference in this second half.
And, you know, I really didn't think that we'd see that much running from Pikeville, but I think they've established the run, and I think they've established what they may end up doing, a little bit more of the running game than what they've done in the past.
Yeah. They've got two good backs, and their quarterback's a good runner as well.
And just a stiff arm. He's still running, and he goes out of bounds over there. Not sure where it'll be marked. It'll be marked at looks like the 18-yard line.
I think Coach Mack just told him, said, why did you go out? Yep. Wanted him to stay in bounds to keep that clock running.
That's the old slide right before you get to the out-of-bounds marker. And he goes out of bounds at the 148 mark. So it's going to be counting down now. They come out with 3 on the play clock, and they're not going to get a play off. Oh, they said restart the play clock. And Reynolds is going to hand it off to Justice, and Justice is still going. He's stopped right there at the 6-yard line. And that's going to be a first down for the Panthers.
You know, Manus, we've had a very, very good ball game here, and both these teams are young. They're not loaded with seniors or upperclassmen, so you can expect to see these two teams back again, I'm sure.
Yeah, and good luck to both of them in the playoffs that's coming up, and that'll kind of be determined after tonight where and how, and kind of with the RPI that doesn't take effect till later on. So now Coach McNamee is going to go to the victory spot, and good sportsmanship by Coach McNamee.
Absolutely.
And that's pretty much going to do it tonight on the game. And as it goes under 1 minute, and
one more snap and kneel down, and
you know, these teams, as Justice is getting a little bit of a cramp.
I believe he's cramped up.
You know, the thing about it is, as much as he's done tonight, I can understand why he is cramping, and he can take a break. As some of the trainers and everybody over there will take and rub him down, and that's going to end the football game as Pikeville comes to Daniel Field and defeats the Bulldogs 24-6. And our Alice Lloyd player of the game will be, of course, I think you probably already figured it out, number 22, Jaden Justice, the junior from Pikeville High School. So congratulations to Coach McNamee, the Panthers, and Jaden Justice. Brian, final thoughts on the game?
Well, I think you saw two class of the fields here in 1A in our district here with Hazard and Pikeville. Both teams very, very good. Both teams very well coached. And when we talked about it all night, both teams young. So you'll see most of these players back, and they'll be back in again next season as well, competing probably for this district championship. You've got Pikeville's got good backs, good quarterback, as well as Hazard with Shoptaw and his groups of receivers and his backs. So both of these teams, I look for them to make a pretty good run in the region.
And, you know, everything goes through those names of Raceland, Campbellsville, Kentucky Country Day. I've left somebody out, but it's going to be a good run to whoever wins the state championship in All A, and these two teams will play a part in who takes that crown down in Lexington. So with that being said, I want to thank Hazard Hazard High School, the administration for allowing us to come down. Thank you to the Hometown 24 crew. As always, they do an excellent job. And stay with us for volleyball action tomorrow starting at 11 a.m., and that will be down at Leslie County High School at Richard M. Nixon Center. So with that being said, God bless, good night, and be safe.